Are you planning a trip to this year's Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Orlando, but are feeling completely overwhelmed by all the planning involved? Well, you're definitely not alone. With 10 haunted houses, a bunch of scare zones, it is not easy to get everything done within one night. But you are in the right place as I'm about to share over 13 insider tips and tricks that will transform your Halloween Horror Nights experience from stressful to absolutely unforgettable. But here's what most people don't realize. There's one critical mistake that 90% first time attendees will make that can waste hours of you standing in line. And I'll reveal exactly what that is and how to avoid it in this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. We are going to jump right in with over 13 of the best tips and tricks for visiting Halloween Horror Nights. And jumping into number one, I would say make sure that you always purchase your tickets in advance. And this is important because not only can Halloween Horror Nights events sell out, but there's also a lot of different options that could help you potentially skip the line. It could help you, go on an RIP tour, which is their version of a VIP experience. But also they have the Scream Early tickets that can get you in to Universal Studios Florida at 3 o'clock. So you can actually hit a couple rides, and then also you'll have kind of first dibs. You'll have an advantage to get onto at least one or two of the haunted houses relatively quickly. So we always recommend understanding the ticket options probably is the most important thing here, especially when it comes to a very popular event like Halloween Horror Nights. Now, on average, tickets will typically cost you around $85 per person if you're budgeting. As you get closer to Halloween, those prices will go up. And what I would say here is what we're seeing is those express passes are definitely going to be more than your actual ticket. So on average, the Halloween Horror Nights Express Pass could cost you around another $175 per person each. So if you're budgeting and trying to figure out is this event worth it or not, well, like I said, if you're paying around $85 per person, you're going to budget around $180 total for your two tickets. But if you're going for that, skip the line service where that comes with the Express Pass or the RIP tour, that is really the VIP experience, you're going to be over that. So for your regular admission tickets plus the Express, you're going to be well over $500 for a party of two. And as you can see where I'm going with this, it's an expensive night as it's going to be $1,000 for a family of four. So you want to budget, understand the ticket options, and then you can start saving so you have that unforgettable night. Over to the next tip and trick. And like I said, there are 10 haunted houses, multiple scare zones, 2 shows, and a bunch of rides are also open during Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot to do. Tying into trying to figure out, well, which ticket type is kind of the best for you, maybe you realize that, hey, we don't want to be scrambling and going, from 6 o'clock all the way till 2 a.m. I kind of want a more of a laid back Horror Nights experience. Well, maybe 2 nights is the fit for you. And you could see when you start to look at the admission ticket prices versus, how do I get it done within one night, possibly upgrading to the Express Pass, it's actually cheaper to potentially just go 2 Horror Nights for 2 nights, and you can avoid buying the Express Pass or the RIP tour. And so just keep that in mind. On the flip side, if you know that you only have one night to try to get onto every single ride, in 2024, the average wait for each haunted house was 48 minutes. So when you take 48 minutes and you times that by 10, that is actually 8 hours right there. And I've said this in my videos in previous years that it's almost impossible, especially without the right game plan, to get onto everything within Halloween Horror Nights. When you include the rides and the shows, it is almost impossible unless you have the perfect night. And if when it comes to theme park vacations and visiting Orlando, it's almost impossible to have a perfect day or night, right? It's just the way it goes. But that's why the Express Pass might be the best fit for you if you only have one night, but you still want to try to get absolutely everything done within that one night. Over to the next tip and trick, there are, of course, some ways that you can give yourself an advantage. And I would say if you're trying to visit during the lower crowds, you want to visit midweek in mid-September. And now another really important one is don't forget, new for 2025 is Universal also has a brand new theme park in Epic Universe. Now, of course, no, Halloween Horror Nights does not take place in Epic Universe. Horror Nights does take place in Universal Studios Florida, but what this now does is it adds an extra day to your Universal Orlando vacation, especially if you're trying to go to every Universal Orlando park in Orlando, or if you haven't been. They now have a brand new park. And what that really does is if you're trying to give yourself one day at each park, plus let's say one day at Halloween Horror Nights, you now need 5 days to visit Universal Orlando in the fall, which is crazy. And I really think that's the best bet. I would say the tip and trick here is to give yourself one day for Halloween Horror Nights so that you're kind of going into this event well rested, especially if you're only doing it one night. You're going to see it's going to be really, really late nights, especially you'll see if you're trying to get the most out of your experience. So that's my kind of tip and trick there. And then on top of that, tying into Epic Universe, the other tip and trick would be if you're trying to plan your week out, I would actually plan the Epic Universe day after your Halloween Horror Nights experience. The reason being is as of right now, Epic Universe is actually opening up at 10 a.m. And now this is through August 2025. So you definitely have to check out the schedule when you're visiting to make sure that opening time is still the same thing. But it's opening up at 10 a.m. when the other parks are opening up at 9 a.m. Now, Epic Universe also has early park admission, but long story short, it's opening an hour after the other parks. So that actually gives you an extra hour to sleep in. And if you're getting back from Horror Nights at 2 a.m., that hour does really matter and can make or break that next day. Another really important tip and trick is don't forget that even if you don't go to Halloween Horror Nights, if you're just watching this video trying to figure out if it is the best fit for you, if you're visiting the regular parks and you're skipping Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando will not be running Sensational, which is the very popular nighttime show in that park. And with that being said, we are about halfway done with this video. I really, really hope that you are finding it helpful. And of course, if you are, please just be sure to leave us a like and subscribe to our channel, as I have a lot more similar Universal Orlando content coming out in the coming weeks to get you as prepared as possible. Okay, over to the next tip and trick, and this kind of ties back into the tickets, but if you're visiting Halloween Horror Nights for multiple nights, you might want to consider a frequent fear pass. So it allows you starting at 18 nights and you can go all the way up to all of the events, but it could be a good way to save money. Another really popular ticket is going to be the Scream Early ticket, which we spoke about a little bit earlier, but this is essentially if you want to try to get all the houses done without buying the Express Pass and you don't have a regular admission ticket to go into Universal Studios Florida during the day, you could purchase the Scream Early ticket, which like I said, allows you into that park at 3 o'clock, and then you could stay in the park and you kind of get first dibs onto the haunted houses once they open up. The Scream Early ticket, if you're trying to budget at this point in time anyway, is right around $55 per person. And what I did was I went and I looked at the price of the Express Pass and I said, okay, if you can get on 2 houses with the Scream Early ticket and you can do 10 houses with the Universal Express Pass, on average, that pretty much comes down to you're spending $17.50 per house if you're purchasing the Express Pass. Over to the Scream Early, if you get onto 2 houses quickly, it pretty much comes down to $27.50. So even though it seems like it's a better deal because it's less money, the Express Pass probably still is the best value. And of course, over to the next tip and trick, don't arrive late. We would say always make sure that you arrive early because, of course, with coming to Universal Orlando, you do have to go through security. You have to get to the front of the park. You want to make sure that if you're trying to get through everything within one night, that you do arrive really, really early. And that is especially important if you have the Scream Early ticket. You need to be in that park before 5 p.m. And I would say, too, another important tip and trick would be make sure that you show up to the Stay and Scream areas early because people do start lining up as soon as those areas open up. And last year, we found them to be in New York and San Francisco. So the game plan here is if you are trying to go onto haunted houses that are in the front of the park, you would typically want to be in New York. If you're trying to go to any of them that are in the back of the park, you typically want to be in San Francisco. And so here is the main one that I think most people get wrong and something that can save you hours of waiting online. But even though Halloween Horror Nights is at night, it still has a similar strategy for getting the most out of your experience as a regular theme park day. And what I mean by that is I would say arrive early and stay as late as you can. So the game plan here is most people will try to get the most done in the middle of the night. And what you want to do is you want to try to, kind of do the opposite of what most guests are doing. So the tip and trick here is to hit the scare zones and the shows right in the middle of the night. You can go and eat, you can go on some rides, you could do whatever else isn't going to be a haunted house, right? And the game plan here is to try to get onto as many houses as early in the night as possible, between, I would say, 6 to really 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then same thing, you want to give it a couple hours, then try to get as much done really, really late at night, between, 11:30 to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, of course, there's a risk here because you might not get onto every single haunted house with that strategy. So that's kind of where you really need to have a really, really solid game plan coming into your night. And it will all kind of tie into this and just give you the best chance to get onto everything. And kind of tying into going to see the shows, another really important tip and trick is to arrive 30 to 45 minutes before the shows start, because they are very, very popular. Over to the next one, and I actually have this on the list twice, and that would be stay past 12 p.m. because a lot of folks will leave right around that time and wait times will go down substantially. So if you can make it, like I said, sometimes these events can go till 2 o'clock in the morning. If you can stay till this event stops, you will get a lot done. And I can't stress this enough, have a solid game plan. And when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights, a lot of these haunted houses are built in the movie studios, the show studios that Universal had at Universal Studios Florida. And what that means is that a lot of these studios are behind the actual rides themselves. So even if you're familiar with the parks and you think that it's going to take you a short amount of time to walk from, this ride to this haunted house, you really don't know. The haunted house could be an extra 10 to 15-minute walk behind where you thought it was. So you want to be familiar with where the haunted houses are. And I would say into the next one, always wear comfortable shoes. You are doing a lot more walking at Halloween Horror Nights than you are during a typical day at Universal Studios Florida. So I would always prioritize comfort over style. And the other important one is, don't forget you are in Florida. So even though it's a Halloween event, there is unpredictable weather. It can be extremely hot. So make sure that you stay hydrated. Make sure that you're bringing ponchos, umbrellas, bring sunscreen, bring a backpack, with all this stuff so it's easy to carry around. But don't forget that you are in Florida. You do have to be prepared for that. There's also a ton of special food booths. And so I would say come with an appetite, but make sure that you do have a game plan for the food as well, because you don't want to be in the back of the park and you have to waste time to go to the front of the park to get, whatever it is you might want to get. Another really cool and important thing is there is a tribute store. So don't forget to budget and make sure that you have a couple extra bucks to get yourself some really cool Halloween Horror Nights merchandise. And last but not least, I've said it a couple times, but it's something that, of course, when you're at the theme parks, don't forget there are a bunch of rides open that you can go and check out and go on. And you do have to make sure that you kind of keep that within your game plan to give yourself enough time. But that is it, everyone. That is over 13 of my best Universal Halloween Horror Nights tips and tricks. I really, really hope that you found this video helpful. And like I said, if you are still in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I actually do have a special promo code that you can go use on our website to save an extra $50 off your next family vacation. And that promo code is going to be MAGIC50. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.